Everyone, this is a video to get everyone oriented for the first week of classes, especially for those of you who are online who don't get to visit class in person. But this is for all three of my sections: Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and online. There'll be a bit more detail for the on-campus classes because being on campus is just a little more complicated these days, right? So our agenda is for me to introduce the course to you, tell you what it's about, and to go through some of the highlights of the syllabus. And if this video prompts some questions, please send me those by email, or we can make a Calendly appointment, and I'd be happy to talk with you and help you through those concerns. If there are concerns about safety, I'd be happy to help you with those as well. So where are we to begin the semester? We're in week one, and what I have on the screen here is the schedule for the Monday, Wednesday. Of course, it's kind of right in the middle of all three sections. If you're in the online section, you will see the dates 29 August and 5 August and 12 September. For Tuesday and Thursday, you'll see 31st, 7th, 14th. So there's just a little bit of difference in the date. That's really the only main difference in the syllabus. Everyone pretty much has the same set of assignments, same grading policies. And so I know you're really excited to see the syllabus. So let's take a better look at it. So I want to make sure that everyone has a good description or a good idea of what the course is about. You can read through this, and basically I'll say that the course is about you becoming a professional or a really consistent, integrous student. It's easy to hit the target once you know where the target is or what target you're trying to hit. It's easy to hit the goal. So we want to tell you what the goal is, and what you see here is really a microcosm of what you want to achieve as a college student in general. You want to become really proficient in these areas: study skills and habits, note taking. What I find is the most important for college is becoming proficient in critical thinking, as well as creative thinking. This is all part of problem solving and things that you'll have to encounter later in life, or maybe you've already encountered them in your life. Active listening and life management and personal skills, interpersonal skills with other people. Of course, on the more academic side, you want to become very proficient in information literacy and literacy itself, financial literacy. That's part of everyone's life. And technology, we can't get away from it. It's more and more prevalent every day, especially with the pandemic. And so at the end of the semester, we'll do some exploration of careers and majors. And one of my favorite topics for the semester is talking about diversity awareness. So we'll talk about those things in the semester. I'm in room 108 in humanities. That's my office, and you can meet me there, or we can talk via Zoom or Calendly. I'll wear a mask, and so there's if you're concerned about that, there's new information concerning that. See, you can contact me by phone. I'm not the greatest by phone. I'm better by email, and I do a little bit better responding to emails. So there are three ways to get in touch with me. If you need, for some reason, to withdraw and you want a 100% refund, you want to do so by the 3rd of September. That's coming up super fast. It's like the second week of classes, right? So if you need to withdraw because the semester's just not going like you want it to go, when you see that your grade is not going to be what you want it to be, then you want to withdraw before the 19th of November, basically before Thanksgiving. And guess what? The textbook is free on Canvas. Those materials were created by wonderful colleagues and faculty members and administrative personnel here at Rose State College. So we're in tune with you. We made tailored to our students here at Rose State. But what you do need to purchase, if you don't already have it, is a desktop or laptop or tablet computer. I didn't say phone purposely because On the professor side, we usually know if something has been done on a phone because it's usually garbled and lower quality. So hopefully you can do your work on one of those devices. So these are the course objectives and outcomes that you want to be able to achieve by the end of the semester. Of course, if you're stronger in one area than the other, that's fine. That's not uncommon, but this is just a general overview of what you want to be proficient in. And I won't read through this right now because I don't want to make you suffer through that. You've been watching this video for a while, so I appreciate that. But do read through this. It is super important. It'll give you a good idea of what you're doing in this course. It'll remind you of the purpose of this course. So you want to achieve 1,000 points grading wise, and that constitutes an A. Anything between 900 and 1,000 points. You're graded on class engagement and participation, discussions. There are actually 8. I'll adjust the points on that. And you have about 27 assignments. That's all sections. And so for online students, what that means is engagement on Canvas. What does your activity on Canvas look like? Is there a 3-week gap in your even logging onto Canvas? Are you on there for like 5 seconds one day and then maybe even 30 minutes 2 weeks later? That tells me that you're not very engaged with the course. So just want to put it in your rotation. If you do social media, or if you have some other things, some other apps that you always visit, I would just put it in your rotation and just make it a point to go to Canvas every day. I mean, it might not take very long, at least on the days, at least maybe 2 days during the work week and 1 day during the weekend. Yeah, it's a good policy, a good way to go, so you're not overwhelmed. So we have discussions as well. You have one coming up due this coming weekend, and there's a super strong interest assessment. We'll do that toward the end of the semester. It helps you get an idea of what you may want to do career-wise. You may not want to go into a career per se, but if you do, this can help point you in the right direction. And your map project is the one that is your last project is due a little bit before Christmas, and it's not necessarily the hardest part of the semester. It requires a little bit of planning. So you want to be able to talk to your advisor as soon as possible because their schedule will fill up, I promise. Course policies, you want to attend class if you're on campus. We'll talk a little bit about that and how we can accommodate your concerns a little bit later. But you don't want to get into this, you don't want to fall into this mindset or trap. And that is this, I'll tell you what it is. It's requesting a specific individual schedule for whatever reason you may have work, and we all have to work. We have to put food on the table, shelter over our head, clothes on us. And so you do want to make a commitment to be here because it's your choice to come here. So as they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You don't want to always do that, but here at Real Estate, you want to be in class unless it's a flex schedule where you can kind of be, on Zoom some days or not show up for a couple of weeks. This class is not a flex class. It's a traditional class. And you do want to keep work, school. And if you have to miss every once in a while, that's understandable. That's life. But you don't want to make it a consistent thing to the point that you're asking, can I have an individual class on Zoom? And that's not fair to myself nor to the other students, nor really to yourself, because it makes your schedule more cluttered. So that's about attendance. Missing assignments or discussions. I would say what I say to all my college students: you guys are in college now, and I consider everyone who comes to my classroom an adult. And so part of adulting is accepting responsibility for when we mess up. And if you miss assignment, we can call that a mess up. But here's the thing about adults: we continue, right? We say, man, I messed up, but we go forward and we don't continue to mess up. So if at the end of the semester you've missed 2 or 3 assignments, that's fine. that's probably the max you want to miss to still obtain your highest possible grade, 2 or 3 or 4, but you will be able to still come out with a good grade if that's all that you've missed. More than that, then it's an issue that's deeper than just, oh, I missed an assignment. It's a deeper issue that I'm probably not equipped to help you with, but of course, I'd love to talk with you through Calendly or email and help you to do the best you can, of course. So academic integrity policy basically is don't cheat. And you've been told that for all of your academic life. If you need help with writing, we'll do a little bit of writing this semester, not entire papers, but you want to go to the Writing Center and they can give you some extra eyes to help you understand what you are writing and give you some pointers, point you in the right direction. So student responsibilities, treat everyone with respect. You want to complete your assignments on time, watch videos that I post, and go through the notes. The videos and the notes, they're almost one and the same. So my responsibilities will be to be prepared for class, provide feedback in a timely manner, and be available for your questions on Canvas or Zoom, Calendly. If you want to send a message through Canvas, that's fine also. And if you have to call, that's fine. So you want to read through all these other sections of policies. Please take time to do that so you're not surprised. And we have several computer labs if you need a place to write on campus. And you want to read through your student handbook. We'll do an assignment with that later in the semester. So we'll talk about the course calendar again. I will constantly remind you about this throughout the semester. But let's go back to, I'm sure that was super exciting for you. If you went through all of that, sat through all of that, then great. You should feel good about it. You're a very patient person. So in our classrooms, even if you're just online, even if you're digital, you want to maintain an atmosphere of respect and kindness. This is particularly pertinent to discussions where we can be interpersonal. We want to not think of it as a YouTube comment section or any kind of other social media. You want to think of it as an academic environment, all right? So for those of you who are on campus, you will see this pop up in your announcements for Monday, Wednesday. You've already seen it, Tuesday, Thursday. If it's not Tuesday yet when you're watching this or we haven't had class yet, then you will see it pop up probably during our first session. And this is a survey. It's not graded, but it lets me know what your concerns are. So please, it'd be really great if you could do this, and it would really help me to know what's in your head concerning this wild environment that we've been dealing with for almost 2 years now. So the name of the game has been, and it continues to be adaptable, be flexible. I would not be shocked if there is a plan B for the semester, C, D, and E. We just want to be adaptable and flexible so that we can continue and have a successful semester. So for the Monday, Wednesday class, if you are concerned, this is depending on what you say in the survey. This is what I propose, that some come on Mondays and some come on Wednesdays. Group A would come on Mondays, or Group B would come on Wednesdays. Same for Tuesday, Thursday. And this is, of course, contingent on what you tell me in the surveys. There's space for you to write your concerns, and so I'm here to hear it. And so this is just an extra explanation of that. And so I'm really interested in hearing your concerns. So please do that survey as soon as you can. So I like to share a few tidbits. If you were in class, you've already heard these for the Monday section. But these are just some things, some general good things to think about, or a general bit of good advice, I think. These aren't necessarily my quotes, but some of them are. But yeah, come to class early, but not too early. Why? Because there may be someone else in there. Teacher may be having class. So that you would be amazed at how often students kind of walk in and say, oh, I'm sorry. Looking down at their phone and don't realize, oh, someone else is in there. But yeah, it's good to be early, but not too early. Yeah. Okay. Be kind. Everyone's dealing with something, however great or small the problem. Yeah. We just don't know by looking at someone. When they say that that a lot of times the folks who have a ton of money, which is not professors, I'll tell you, yeah, the whole movie thing, that's like, I don't know, Harvard professors, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, money can bring problems too. So even if you have a ton of money in the bank, you can have different kinds of problems that people like us maybe don't have. Get to know what your professor wants, or how he or she thinks. So maybe you like to joke in a certain way, but maybe the professor is not used to joking in that way, or maybe you think, oh, surely Professor so-and-so is progressive because professors are academics, and academics are thinkers. They're not conservatives. Here's a more conservative kind of person. I don't like to align myself with Republicans nor Democrats, but if you can crack the code before making a joke, that'd be great, so it's not awkward, right? Show up to your meeting with the professor on time, not late, but not too early. For example, if your meeting's at 1:45 and you show up at 1:30, you might not expect to have that meeting early, because that professor is probably going to work up until 1:44 because he or she is super, super busy. It just comes with the territory of being a professor. Take notes, even if it makes you look nerdy at school. There's a good place to look nerdy, and it's at school. And you're part of the 34% of people who actually attend college. Yeah. I forget whether that's just United States or worldwide, but it's a small percentage, relatively. Over 60% of people do not attend college. That number may have changed a little bit, but it's probably still pretty close. It's okay to be a nerd, and you can goof off when you have money, and you can be more relevant when you have money. Here's the thing, by that time, you won't be really concerned about being relevant and popular, so it kind of works out. So take the day off if you're feeling bad. Of course, we want to be responsible if we feel like we've contracted the virus. We want to be very vigilant about that. And a day or 2 or 3 off won't hurt you in a semester. So when you're emailing your professor, we actually have a section about this in class. When you're emailing your professor, you want to avoid saying, hey, or you said that. It kind of promotes a negative tone. So that's also part of being a professional as a student. And so we'll talk about that in the semester. Love your family and friends, but you want to have the courage to tell them no. This is especially pertinent to those of you who are first-time college students, and especially first time in your family, or first person in your family to attend college. You are pioneers, and you're forging a new path that your family just hasn't seen before. And so it's going to look weird to them, and it's going to look like you're probably neglecting them. However, as you do very well in college, and you will, because you're taking this course, and it's such a good course to start out. As you do well, they will see that, oh, okay, it's not that they dislike us, it's just that this is hard, and they're putting their best foot forward, and so it takes a little bit of the time. So don't be ashamed of your faiths and beliefs, no matter what your professor says. I'll just leave it there. Yeah. Remember, not every class is a venue for argument. Some classes are, right? But this one is not so much. It's more giving you information that you can use to be successful. There will be some times where we can discuss things and have some fun with discussion, but there's this Hollywood kind of idea of, every professor, he poses a question, or he or she poses a question at the beginning of the semester, and it's, calls for debate. No, what in the world? That's like 1800s, 1900s kind of, 1900s. That was just a few years ago. That's like 1800s kind of thinking. Yeah, that's not right. You need to learn something first, and so the professor needs to give you some information. And that's what I'm here to do. And then hopefully in your later classes, subsequent classes in 2022 and beyond, you can be equipped to argue in a professional and academic scholarly way. Masks are optional. So switching gears, masks are optional, but they're not mandated. but they're encouraged. And just to let you know where I stand on it, I'm not a Democrat, not a Republican either, but I highly encourage them. I'll be wearing a mask in class. For online students, I won't be wearing a mask in the videos. So kind of defeats the purpose of the video. So do read the updated policy that Rose State has on COVID-19 masking, or just policies and procedures. So it's important. So again, we need to be thinking about our first 2 assignments, and also for on-campus classes. If you would take that survey, I would really appreciate it. It would help me know how to better serve you this semester. Hope to see you in class, on campus, folks, and I hope to see you soon. Hope to look at all your activity going on online from our online section. Thanks, take care, and be sure to contact me if you have questions.